In this video, we're going to show you how to install the wheel hub on your Nissan Quest located behind your rear wheels. Using a 21mm socket, loosen and remove your lug nuts. With the lug nuts removed, loosen and remove the wheel, set it aside. On the back side right here, we want to remove our brake caliper as well as the caliper bracket. It's going to be two 19mm bolts. There's one here, and we're going to use our ratchet on that. On the bottom, you won't be able to use a ratchet due to a clearance issue with the lower control arm here, the forward mounted control arm. So we're going to use our box wrench to go ahead, loosen and remove that one. Let's go ahead and loosen the top. Now I'm going to leave this bolt in here. I'm not going to remove this completely. When we remove the lower one, we're going to keep that upper bolt briefly to hold that caliper and bracket in place. Let's switch over to our 19mm wrench on the bottom. And just have some patience when doing this here. You can also switch over to your open end if you want. It might kind of speed things up for you. But we can go ahead, loosen and remove this bolt completely. All right, remove that bolt, set that aside. And we're going to remove this upper bolt, but hold that caliper and bracket. Now you might have to use a flathead screwdriver to work this off, or it might just slide off. Now what I have here is a caliper hanging tool. I'm going to go ahead and attach it to our caliper bracket hanging off on the side. We don't want the unit to hang on our flex hose. That can cause damage to that line. So remove this. I'm going to anchor that and attach that up there. With the caliper and bracket removed, remove that brake rotor. On the back side, we have four 17mm bolts holding our wheel hub to the knuckle. We're going to use our socket and our ratchet. I want to go ahead and loosen these here. Now I'm going to go ahead and break them free first. And then we should be able to come in with a power tool to go ahead and zip these out. Now in most cases that wheel hub should remain in place. It should not fall out to the front side. But remove those bolts and let's move back to the outside. We're going to use our slide hammer now that is attached to the wheel hub itself. I'm going to go ahead and tap this out. With the hub removed, let's go ahead and clean up the inside here. On the inside of the knuckle here, we have the ABS speed sensor poking out right here. You want to be super careful of that. We can go ahead and spray this down with some spray solvent. Clean this up. Use a bristle brush and clean up around where that hub is going to be placed. Be careful not to rub that sensor. Stay away from that. Wipe this down. I'm going to apply a little bit of anti-seize compound on the inside here. And a little bit around the face where the hub will be seated. Let's install our wheel hub. Now we have our wheel hub set up here. Now the back is a magnetic tone ring pickup for your ABS. You don't want to put anything metal up against this, a wrench. Don't put it on top of your metal tools. That can cause an issue with the pickup tone ring itself. Now we also have a flange that has two wider holes than the other two. So these are more narrow and these are wide. If we look at the knuckle itself, the wider portion goes on the bottom and the more narrow is up top. So make sure that you place your hub accordingly. Line that up and insert that into place. And then we'll insert one of the bolts into the back. So once we get that one started, I'm going to go to the upper opposite hole here. Thread that in quite a bit. Now I'm going to get the two bottom ones installed. Then we'll go ahead and snug those down. Now what we're going to do is tighten them down evenly, and by doing that it's going to pull our wheel hub back into the knuckle. I'm going to try and tighten these in a crisscross pattern here to pull that bearing into the knuckle. Now let's go ahead and torque this down to 44 foot-pounds. I'm going to do the torquing in a crisscross pattern as well. Let's go ahead and clean up our hub face, and then we're going to put some anti-seize compound on the hub face itself. Go ahead and install that brake rotor. Once you get the rotor in place, go ahead and grab your caliper and bracket. Make sure that your pads are installed properly and recessed in. Line that up and slide it over the brake rotor. Now we can install our caliper bracket bolts on the back side. Get that bolt in there. Let's go ahead and get our lower bolt installed. Might have to pull out on that caliper just a little bit to get that lined up. Now it'd be great if you can clean the threads on that bolt, and then should go in a little bit easier by hand. We'll thread it in as far as we can. Repeat for the top. Go ahead and get that snug down. And with both of those snug down, let's go ahead and torque those next. Go ahead and torque these down to 62 foot-pounds. On the bottom, you want to use a crow's foot. Something like this here. To go ahead and torque this. Go ahead and install your wheel. You want to go ahead and start all of your lug nuts by hand. That'll prevent cross-threading of the studs. Once you have them all started, go ahead and snug them down. Ideally, you want to do this in a crisscross pattern. Go ahead and torque down your lug nuts to 80 foot-pounds. We want to do this in a crisscross pattern. At that point there, you're all set.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.